Did you find a similar reticence on the part of the clergy to speak against abortion, say back in the 70s? I don't know how old you are. I don't want to insult you.
No, born in 1959.
Right. Good.
So.
Right. Was there a similar reticence then because the topic was so hot as there is now among the clergy on things like transgenderism? Because now it feels like all Catholics feel very free to talk about abortion and against abortion. It doesn't take much courage to do that. But it does take, I think, courage for a priest or someone in Catholic public world to speak against the insanity of transgenderism, because that's the thing that gets you canceled on YouTube today. So we'll see how long this video lasts. But
no, that's good. Well, I'll say this. No, back when abortion was first legalized in the United States, it was in different states before Roe v. Wade in the late 60s. And the Catholic Church was the leading force in fighting it. And that was led by the bishops. The National Right to Life Committee was the first and primary engine fighting abortion in culture and in law. That was founded basically by the American hierarchy.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, so that was, it was quite clear. The problem with transgenderism is a development from homosexual liberation. So the gay rights movement, it's no longer Gay Pride Sunday or Gay Pride Month. It's Pride Month. They've consciously dropped the word gay because the subversion that was necessary to get gay accepted as normal then applies to all these other deviancies, so bisexuality, pretending you're a man or a woman when you're not, then pretending there's something called non-binary. What does that mean? I'm neither a man nor a woman. That's impossible. You're one or the other. So that's gone. So the gay rights movement, unfortunately, is largely endorsed by all Democratic political leaders in the United States, meaning Democratic Party, and some Republicans endorse it. So there's more reticence, but it shouldn't be that way. There should be much more vigorous opposition. And this is where, as we talked about those bishops who wrote criticizing the German bishop, this is where the conflict's going to center now. And we hope and pray that Pope Francis doesn't allow this discussion to go on interminably among church leaders, because it's causing great damage. And it's part of that whittling down of resistance that the left likes to use, which is say, oh, you're just, the only reason you're defending it because you're going to make money or because it's your power. But this is where society's going. I like this expression, haven't we moved beyond that? Which doesn't explain anything. It just says, we don't do that anymore. We don't oppose homosexuality anymore. Yeah, we do. We do, because homosexuality as a condition is something that's harmful to people, and they need to get out of it with help from others. And homosexual acts offend God because they're sinful.
Yeah, one of the good things that's come through all this is I think that priests and lay people have become more vocal in denouncing this stuff. It felt like we were all very apologetic in denouncing it like 15 years ago. We would trip over ourselves trying to show that what we weren't saying is such and such. And that's important. You want to say what you're not saying before you say what you are saying, lest you be misunderstood. But it often felt like we just kept saying what we're not saying, and we never actually said what we were saying. So it's...
Yeah, well, we internalized the critique, which was a mistake, to say, as soon as you tell someone homosexual acts are sinful, you've offended them. So you basically, I don't mean to offend you, but homosexual acts are wrong. No, you should say, in order to not offend you, I'm going to tell you the truth, because if I lied to you, that's the real offense. But, we Americans are polite people, and that's important, but politeness is not equal to morality, because you can use politeness to manipulate people. So when the other side tells us, you can't say those things, it's rude and hurtful, they're trying to shut us up, we should say, no. If I really want to offend you, I will lie to you. And I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, good. And that's where all of the alternative media, whether it's Daily Wire or, they're quite, have grown so much over the years, and other similar outlets, that's the advantage. We have so many advantages in the United States. Just the whole spirit of the belief that things are possible and that people can affect change. I think that's one of the great things about this country. In Europe, it's not that way, because you've had a system over the people for so long that the idea of taking personal initiative, joining together, affecting change through a movement is not something that comes so naturally to them, whereas it's built into who we are as Americans. And so I think that's one of the great hopes for America.
Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment below letting us know what you thought about the video.